Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm testing out this newer camera tonight, and this is my first recording with it. I'll be sharing it over to YouTube, of course, but in the meantime, I'm William Brantley from the North Jackson, Tennessee area at University Village Apartments on Walker Road, getting ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Boy, that camera sure does look good, don't it? It makes me look so different looking, brighter, handsome. Nah, I better be careful talking there, just teasing there a little bit, but boy, you can see more wrinkles in my face. I just had to say that, just for fun. But anyways, this is a test, of course, a test video, and I do plan on putting this one on YouTube when I get through with it here in a few minutes. Alright, yesterday's climate summary. Let me go through that first. Yesterday's low temperature here in North Jackson was 32 degrees. Yesterday's high was 55 degrees. I had no rainfall here in North Jackson yesterday. Let's see, the highest wind gust was 18 miles per hour yesterday out of the east at 8 a.m. West Tennessee's coolest low yesterday morning was 32 degrees in West Tennessee at Union City and at North Jackson, Tennessee, right here where I'm at. And yesterday's warmest high in West Tennessee was 58 degrees, and that occurred at the Memphis, Tennessee airport. Alrighty, now on to today's climate data. As of 5 p.m., the skies were mostly clear here. The temperature was 55 degrees. Yes, it's down to 55 degrees already. The dew point was 42 degrees. The humidity was at 62%. The wind was out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. And the barometric pressure was 30.20 inches of mercury. The lowest humidity today was 37% at 2 p.m., while the highest was 85% at 4 and 5 a.m. this morning. By the way, no rainfall fell, of course, since midnight. And the lowest barometric pressure today would be 30.20 inches of mercury, and that occurred at 2 and 5 p.m., while the highest would be 30.36 inches of mercury, and that occurred at 5 a.m. this morning. Today's highest wind gust was 16 miles per hour out of the south at 12:10 p.m. Today's records for November the 11th, the hottest high would be 81 degrees in 2010, while the coolest high would be 39 degrees, and that occurred in 1968, while the warmest low would be, let me get that back on there, but that's off a little bit. The warmest low would be 61 degrees, and that occurred in 1985, while the coldest low would be 21 degrees, and that occurred in 1950 and again in 1960, while the rainfall record would be 95 hundredths of an inch of rain, and that fell in 2004 on November the 11th. And guess what? We even have a snowfall record. Hadn't had one of those in a while. Well, since last spring and all. But we actually had some snow that fell here in Jackson on November the 11th of 1968. Way back then, but it all melted. It didn't amount to anything. Didn't accumulate on the ground, I put that away. But the melted equivalents would be about 6 hundredths of an inch of snow, which would be sort of like, if it had stuck, about a half an inch. If it had stuck, we would have had about a half an inch of snow, but it didn't. It all melted. But the melted equivalent was 6 hundredths of an inch of snow today in 1968 in Jackson on November the 11th. There's an old record there, and it will be holding, of course, since it didn't snow today, obviously, and all. So that record shall stand. Alrighty, I guess I'll move on to some of the other graphs here. Let me scratch my neck. Sorry about that. I got a little tiny itch there. I don't mean to be bringing that up. Let me see here. The next thing on the list is looking at the southeastern satellite picture. Well, wait first. Let me turn around so you can see it too. As you can see here, it looks like it's raining in parts of western Missouri, maybe northwestern Arkansas, Kansas and Oklahoma, and it's trying to move in our direction. We actually have a very small chance of some light rain showers early tomorrow morning, roughly between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And that'd be about the time frame that we might get some, but that's about the only time it's supposed to be raining. Otherwise, it's going to be cloudy tomorrow. But that's where it's coming from that area over there in Arkansas and Missouri. And there's some, as you can see, down in Florida as well, kind of scattered. Otherwise, everybody is fairly clear as far as precipitation goes. Alright, let me see if I can get this steady enough. There we go. Alright, let's look at the regional satellite now, courtesy of AccuWeather. As you can see, that's a perfect shot right there of the clouds approaching West Tennessee, especially in northern West Tennessee right now. And it looks like that's going to be kind of hovering over us during the night. So it's going to be kind of very cloudy tonight, in a sense. Right now, Jackson's right on the edge of the clear area, but most of the clouds is to our north. Most of it's going to stay north of us, but some of those clouds over in Arkansas, right in here, are going to wind up right over Jackson. Most of it's going to be up in here in the north and stay north of us, but we're going to wind up with some of the clear skies too. That's why the word fair is in the forecast. You're going to get a little bit of both. Not totally clear, not totally cloudy. Or very cloudy be a better description, because it kind of goes back and forth between the two. And that's what we're going to have tonight and tomorrow. Right now, most of the rain, as you saw a moment ago, is up there in Missouri, moving east. Alrighty. Otherwise, most of the country looks pretty good. Florida looks great down there. Most of the state is nice. Alrighty. Let's look at the current map features. Let's see if I can get that a little bit bigger. I don't know if it'll come up or not. It don't want to come up. Well, let me see. What do I need to do to make that one bigger? I'm probably going to have to... there we go. Now I've learned how to do this. I'm learning this, people. I'm learning as I go how to get this a little bit bigger than what it was. This is a current surface map, thanks to the Weather Channel, of course. Let me see if I can aim it right. Let me get this off the map. There we go. You still see it. Cool. Now you see the high pressure up there in New York, up in that area. That's controlling our weather. This one right here. And here's the fronts out west. One right there. And then of course two right here. That's helping produce some of this rain over in here. That's moving east. Right now Tennessee's fairly clear. Got a little trough of a cold front moving through the area and through Tennessee. That's a super weak cold front basically. That's going to be out of the way though before too long. Other than that, the nation doesn't look all that bad, does it? Alright. Well, I'm going to do something a little different tonight now that I got this camera set up so I understand how to read it better. And I want to actually let you read the forecast as I see it. If I can hold the camera steady enough. Let me see, maybe I could just, I don't know if I can tilt it up enough or not. Hold on just a second. There we go. Tonight's forecast is, generally speaking, fair skies, as you can see right here. By the way, the sun sets at 4:52 p.m. tonight. It rises tomorrow morning at 6:28 a.m. The moon will be rising tonight at 11:38 p.m. and be setting tomorrow afternoon at 12:39 p.m. And by the way, the sun sets tomorrow evening at 4:50 p.m. while the moon rises tomorrow Sunday morning at 12:40 a.m. I think I got that right. Okay. Now you see the forecast. Very cloudy conditions for the remainder of the night. There is a 40% chance of some AM showers tomorrow morning, primarily between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. I believe. And then it's just going to be very cloudy until sunset. And then by then the skies are going to clear up. We should have a low tomorrow morning of near 46 degrees, I think that is. And a high of 57 tomorrow with southwest winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. There you see the other data. Monday is going to be mostly clear with a low near 39 degrees and a high of 55 with winds north at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And let me see. And that was Monday. Okay. Here's Tuesday's forecast. Mostly clear. Low near 36 and a high of 58 with east winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. There you have the other data that you might want. Oh yeah, I know what I need to do. Then there we go. Wednesday it looks like mostly cloudy skies with a 50% chance of rain by noon, with the low near 45 and a high of 65 with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. On Thursday it's going to be continued fair with a low near 47 and a high of 64 with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'll go ahead and give you next weekend too while I'm at it. Let's see if I can get it going here. Next Friday, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance for some rain with a low near 52 and a high of 64 with west winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour. It'll be a little windy next Friday. Next weekend, mostly clear skies both Saturday and Sunday with a low near 42 and a high of 59 next Saturday with west winds at 10 to 20. And then next Sunday, it looks like mostly fair with a low near 38 and a high of 60 with northwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. That'll take you through at least next Sunday. Let me see. Monday looks okay. The 29th, or the 20th weather of November. Fair skies with a low near 39 and a high of 58 with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Alright, now that takes you through almost the next 10 days. I thought I'd repeat tonight real quick. Very cloudy conditions with low near 46 and a high of 57 tomorrow with 40% chance of an early morning shower between sunrise and about 9 a.m. Then becoming fair by tomorrow night around sunset with low near 46 and high 57 tomorrow with southwest winds of 5 to 15. And there you see again sunset tonight at 4:52 p.m. Be rising tomorrow morning at 6:28 a.m. The moon will be rising tonight at 11:38 p.m. and be setting tomorrow afternoon at 12:39 p.m. And the moon will be rising, the sun will be setting tomorrow evening weather at 4:50 p.m. All right, I think that pretty much covers everything. I think I repeated it enough, I hope. And I think that covers everything I wanted to share with you. I'll come back to me temporarily, and hopefully that'll be it for tonight. I'm fixing to test it out, see how well that this one went. And if it goes okay, I will be putting it on YouTube shortly, and then be sharing it on my Facebook group page and my Twitter page. And hope it works out. And I hope you enjoyed this new camera. And I know I like the looks of it, and maybe everything will work out okay. Alright, otherwise have a very pleasant night, everybody. Sweet dreams, and hope you wake up to a beautiful Sunday morning, November the 12th, 2017. And hope to get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. And I may even try Facebook Live again later on tonight or tomorrow to see how well that works out too. Alrighty, have a good evening and good night, everybody.